trying to get settled in here. And this is too far away. Hey, thank you for stopping in. All are welcome, all are welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week, actually. My week's going pretty good. The work week is going slow, though. But, as usual, I am living for the weekends. So, I hope you feel like subscribing, sharing the video, leaving a comment. I think I didn't leave anything out. Subscribe, leave a comment, or share, and also enjoy. So, today is our last day of winter. So super happy. So we're gonna pick up where Lil Allen had been coming to see his father and the family for quite a few weekends for the past few years. And it was a Friday, Allen said. I had gone to the American Legion for happy hour, but left in time to pick up my son and my parents by 7 o'clock that evening. I took him to meet a female friend of mine. Nothing special was going on between us, but she was good people. My allergies are burning my eyes so bad. We stayed at her house for about an hour, hour and a half. There were some people at the Legion I wanted him to see, or I wanted them to see him. So to the Legion was our next stop. It was around 10 o'clock at night when we got there. He was concerned about going in a bar. I assured him it was all right. There are some people inside waiting to meet you. They've heard so much about you, I said. Oh, I need a tissue. My eyes. They've been waiting to meet you. So, we went inside. Most of these people knew him from when he was a baby and hadn't seen him in years. I have to get a tissue. I can barely see. My eyes are tearing so bad. All of a sudden. Hadn't seen him since he was a baby. And hadn't seen him in years. I was feeling proud introducing him around. Everyone talking to us and just trying to get a brief update on his life. We had been inside about 20 minutes. Then he told me he was ready to leave. We didn't leave right then. I was talking to a few people. He walked towards the restrooms. When he returned to where we were sitting, he told me he'd called Taz to pick him up. At this age, my sister was now driving. She was there in front of the place within 5 minutes. Goodness. I had gone outside to wait with him. I walked into the car and said I'd be there in a short while. Taz told me to take my time and to go and to stay out of trouble. They were going to go home and go to bed. She'd leave the back door unlocked for me. So the next day, my little sister told me as soon as he got in the car with her, he wanted to know why my father would take me to a bar. She told him he just wanted you to see some people that wanted to see you. He didn't mean any harm, although it wasn't the best idea. Now that I was completely sober, I know that wasn't the best idea at that time. But no harm had been done, so I talked to him about it. I had been so wrapped up with looking forward to spending time with my son, I wasn't even thinking about getting into a relationship with anyone at this point. I just had the casual yet special friend I had taken him to meet. She was asking for more of a relationship. I was honest with her about my feelings for her. She dug where I was coming from. We continued seeing each other for some time after, but things started fading between us about 11 months after the talk that we had. One good thing was happening. During that time, I'd been seeing my son. I had eased up on my drinking. My son would be graduating from high school in about 3 years now. During his early teens, he didn't come to visit as much. He was busy chasing girls quite a bit. There was nothing wrong with that, it was normal. I told him about sex and how to use condoms, and if he felt he couldn't resist the temptation of sex. At the age of 17, little man got his license, and he and his friends would pop into town at any given moment. Sometimes we'd pass each other, but it was good to know he knew his family and had been at the house earlier that day, or to get word that he'd be popping in sometimes later that evening. He invited me along with the rest of the family to his high school graduation, but I didn't go. I went to work that day. It didn't make any sense for me to have missed that day, but for some reason I couldn't get myself to attend. Maybe I felt like I hadn't done enough for him all those years, but he wanted me there anyway. Later that summer, he went off to college. This was the best thing he could have done. I always stressed education to him. So now, Marie, I was serious about cooling out with relationships. It had been a few years since my last real man or boyfriend. Life had been too smooth, no bumps, a date when I felt the need, and that was enough. Then one day I met this joker, Jonathan, a Mississippi boy with gray eyes and pecan brown skin, curly black hair. Sounds good, right? Well, Jonathan always called me Shorty, although I was a few inches taller than him. None of my folks had ever heard of calling women shorties, but I figured it was a southern thing. Well, as usual, the beginning of the relationship was all stars and fireworks. He was entertaining and a few years younger than me. The family thought he was all right, nothing to write home about, but if I was happy with him, then they were okay with whomever I dated. Lots of times he'd bring over a bunch of record albums, even though I already had lots of music. My stereo wasn't far from my living room door that led to the porch. So the screen door allowed my music to come out into the yard, or I'd put the speakers out on the porch. My father cooked on the barbecue pit at least 4 times a week, so it was like a small cookout damn near every other day. Whoever was at our house or our houses sat out in the yard or porch and chilled out. Later in the evening, Jonathan and I sometimes went for a ride, then would come back to my place for a little romance. You know what I mean? Romantic action. I was content with the way our relationship was going right now. So I'm going to call it a day for right now because my allergies are killing my eyes. I can barely see. So I thank you for stopping by. I hope you leave a message. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share. I hope you have a good day, a good evening, and I will see you again real soon. Until then, love and peace, and remember to be kind to yourself. You deserve it. Thank you.